So I'm having this interesting email interchange right now. So I'm on Dan Martell's list. Dan Martell being a business person who started numerous businesses, mostly in software, I think. And so he puts YouTube content out that's pretty good, really pretty good stuff. And kind of like kind of like Alex Hormozy without well, I guess Dan Martell's into fitness too. Um, it seems to like his worldview jibes with mine better than what Alex Hormozy does. He seems to have more of a solid spiritual foundation for his life, and so I like that. Even though I don't know how he compares actually with Hormozy's net worth. It might be similar, it might not be quite as big. I'm not sure what it is. It might be bigger for all I know. Um, but good, helpful, practical stuff, and that I can appreciate. I think he's on a kind of on a book tour type thing or a podcast tour right now to promote his book. I think, which is what's called maybe Buying Back Your Time, something like that. So anyway, but so going back to the original, the interesting email thread. So I'm on his list, and so I don't know, his bot or his AI or his team member, or I don't know who, sends me an email and it's like, hey, what can we do to help? Like, where are you at in your business? And so there's like maybe these like 2 sentence emails that they'll send me, like, where are you at in your business? I'm like, okay, I'm doing X number per year. And like, okay, cool. So just starting out. So how much would you like to hit in the next 12 months? And it's like, okay, well, I like to go for this number, which is probably small in your opinion, but here it is. And it was like, okay, no problem. Let's go a little higher, And how can we best support you or how can we best help you or whatever to get to where you want to go? Something along those lines. And it's it's strange because first of all, I don't know who I'm talking to. I highly doubt Dan Martell is sitting there at his laptop punching in replies to thousands of people on their businesses. But I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that would be amazing to be actually genuinely having a conversation with Martell. Most likely it's his AI or a team member. And then, yeah, what I don't really, what's interesting about it is how open it feels. So it's like, I don't really, usually if you're in somebody's funnel, right, it's pretty clear, like, okay, they're trying to sell me X, Y, or Z. Now, I think Dan Martell probably does have some coaching and I don't know what all he has, actually, so maybe that's just because I just don't know what he offers. I think he has some coaching and obviously his book and all that stuff. So maybe they're trying to get me enrolled into business coaching of some kind. I don't know. But yeah, it's just very odd to kind of have this open-ended conversation, not really knowing, not knowing the solution really that he's going to offer if I do ask for help. So that's interesting. And what yeah, it's just, and then also not knowing who I'm actually talking to is also kind of interesting. So it's kind of this odd mix of like not knowing who I'm talking to, not knowing what the end objective is of the conversation, if you will. But on the face of it, it's very, I mean, if someone's offering to help me grow my business, and then, well, of course, why wouldn't I accept help, right? Like, why wouldn't we have a conversation about whether or not they can help me? So just kind of an interesting combination of things. But anyway, if you've not seen Dan Martell's stuff, you may find it to be useful. He's got some really good practical stuff on finances, on how to get from, like, what the different stages of business are and how to get from one level to the next. Yeah, practical knowledge from his experience. So pretty good stuff.